I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
The harder I want to hit you.
I'm happy because of being here today. Fuck you.
Come on, you want me to drive? You're supposed to be suicidal, remember? I'll
Anybody
drive.
a drive?
Get in the car.
Fucking shit. Fuck me in the fucking ass. Fuck you, you fucking stupid cunt.
Well, I was cycling after the video was done. Oh yeah, don't worry, I'll take it out. I'll put it in the recycling when I'm done this video. I'm not lazy. The time has come to do what started it all. A trend of the notorious Uwe Boll kicked off with this. Oh no. And the worst thing is, this was a game that I did play in the arcades at my movie theater when it was around there. Or in any random arcade that was there, but closed down like years ago before this whole streaming service bullshit happened. Arcade called Multiplay. Had this game. I did play this quite a bit. I didn't play the whole thing, obviously, because I got to get through the whole thing, but I did play the first level. I am familiar with House of the Dead. Obviously. I loved playing it. It was quite a fun arcade game I did play as a kid. Getting to shoot some zombies down, or zombie frogs, like getting to gun on some zombies. Quite a blast. What is not a blast at all is this stupid fucking movie. The saddest thing is, this should not be called House of the Dead. This should not. Yeah, the games have just become the slogan. My ass. This does not feel like the start of anything. Apparently this is supposed to be a prequel to the games, and it might as well be anything else because it doesn't even feel like one. But the plot of this movie is that it's set on the island off the coast, so this rave party attracts these college people to go off and party. Because that's the thing, a lot of horror films, they start off with a bunch of kids getting together to go to an island and party and get drunk. Yeah, that's her plot. So they discover their X-Lace escape beats are to be interrupted by zombies and monsters that attack them on the ground, from the air, in the ocean, and ruled by an entity in the House of the Dead. Yeah, that's why it's called House of the Dead. So, as for my reaction, I knew this day was going to come eventually having to talk of this film. This started Uwe Boll for the gaming, being one of the biggest nightmares for the gaming industry. This was a film that did so bad that SEGA, up until 2020 with the Sonic movies, forbidded any movies of their games to ever happen. And knowing how the game film genre was in the 2000s, you can see exactly why that was. This barely has any connection to the arcade game of the same name. This doesn't even feel like it's even a prequel setting it up, because it doesn't feel like it's even setting it up. This movie is exactly why Uwe Boll is hated. Like, after making this film, his reputation never improved with his next stuff. He did Alone in the Dark, he did Postal, he did Blood Rain, he did A Name of the King, Dungeon Siege Tale. The only watchable films he has done are Rampage 1 and 2 and Assault on Wall Street. Only 3 films of his are actually tolerable. Screw everything else about this guy. I hate Alone in the Dark, I hate Postal, I hate Seed, I hate Blood Rain, all of them. I hate Name of the King, I hate everything else from this guy. Screw all those damn films. So how was this made? Well, this was a feature film that was first in development for quite a bit. Originally, DreamWorks Pictures, when they were an independent company, were going to make it. Jesse Dillon was going to direct it. Mark Van Dyne was going to be writing the screenplay. And the story would have actually been an adaptation of the game, in which these zombies are apparently the most popular kids in college, and a group of nerds must defeat them. Then in October 2000, Mindfire Entertainment then acquired the rights to the House of the Dead, with Dave Parker and Mark A. Altman writing a script, with a young cast that was going to try to be like Scream. Then in May 2002, Uwe Boll's company, Boll KG, came onto board the film and set to direct. Then filming began that same month, with representatives from SEGA shooting alongside production to secure images, motion capture, and gather materials for House of the Dead 4. And so, yeah, it takes place on this fictional island infested by zombies. There are survivors having to fight their way off. It's not an adaptation of the game at all, because that's the thing. Uwe Boll never adopts any of the proper stories from the games whenever he made game adaptations. He was never faithful to any of the games. I guess, one exception where he does try to go for the tone of the games is Postal, and even that film fucking sucks. That film wasn't even good either. And that film, that's the only one that has really any fans, but I don't really know why. I mean, it's just as bad as his other films. Really, it's actually really insulting, to be fair. It's like, it's the run, but it's over the top, Don. Did you like Over the Top? Yeah, I like Over the Top, and it's done for a good reason. Postal is the wrong kind of over the top. That's the bad kind of over the top. Like, that film should have been done, Postal should have been done by the guys that did Crank, or even Trey Parker and Matt Stone could have made a better Postal film. Not Uwe Boll. And either one of those 3 should have did it. Then it would have actually been great. I would have liked that and would have preferred that. But yeah, Boll considers this a prequel to the original game, and this was his first film to be released theatrically and his first video game adaptation, and you know where the rest of the story goes. When this film was released in fall 2003, obviously it was panned by critics, and it kicked off Boll's negative reputation that would continue throughout his career. But I guess it didn't prevent it from being somewhat of a minor hit, because it did make $13 million worldwide on a $12 million budget. And a sequel would be released in 2006 direct-to-video, and only Corleone returned. So, yeah, and House of the Dead, guess what? This was the last film from Arts Entertainment before they merged into Lionsgate on December 2003. Fuck. This is how they sent out, people. This is how they sent out. Sad. What are the gazillion bad qualities with House of the Dead and the story as a whole, how the whole film goes? So, Back then, anything could be greenlit back in when this movie came out. So that's why this movie exists. And that's the scary part of this film. Like, as soon as this film starts off, this is boring. Like, I'm already bored watching this. Like, this film doesn't even start off trying to kick off great. As soon as this film started, I already hated it. Like, here's the basic story. A group of college kids want to go get drunk and party on some island for this rave. But they miss their boat, so they get this fisherman $1,000 to take them there. There's going to be some rave worth all the money. Though, that's probably I guess that's some great big rave if it's worth all that money. But the fisherman warns them that the island is known as the Island of the Dead. So guess what? They're all doomed. Like, that's the first problem. Why would a rave be held on some remote island? And why would anyone pay loads of money to go there? And why pay more to this fisherman to take them there when just come back with the others? And here comes our first stupid fucking decision. Once they arrive, where is everybody? Should we get out of here? No! Let's go to the bars, let's go get the booze, let's go have the place to ourselves. I'm sure people are around somewhere. No! That looks like everybody's dead. How fucking stupid is everybody as a brick in this film? If nobody was there, I'd be fucking leaving. I would leave. That's the first thing I would do. I would get cold feet. I'd probably get a little curious and suspicious. And I'm getting out of there. I'm getting my shit and I'm going home. Because I'm actually smart. Unlike these guys at this thing, now everybody will be back. This place is perfectly safe. Everybody is gone. I don't see anybody coming back. They don't even try to run for their lives either. They're so clueless. They discover this, and then they discover this old rundown house that's 50 times as big on the inside as on the outside. And then they just stumble around the forest more for some excuse to kill off some characters you don't care about. And more just tedium. Go back to the house again. Kill off more zombies. Go back to the house again. Kill more zombies. And this is 90 minutes long, and this feels longer than 90 minutes. Goes nowhere. How we start off, so our main protagonists who you don't like, who are not worth shit rooting for, they book a boat trip to this stupid fucking rave called Isla de Morte, the Island of Death. So 2 college kids, they meet up with their 3 girls. These 2 kids are named Simon and Greg. The girls' names are Alicia, Karma, and Cynthia. The 5 go to the dock late because they're too lazy to keep track of time. And the boat's already left because they're morons. They can't even keep track of that stuff on their watches. So they meet this boat captain. Hey, here's a lot of money. Can you take us to the rave? No, I don't take people. Here you go. Here's the money. We need to get to the rave. No, I don't take people. Forget it. Come on, please. Okay, fine. Yeah, so this boat captain named Kirk. Yeah, his name Kirk. Wow, I Captain Spock. I don't like Star Trek jokes. Like, yeah, I get it because the captain's name is Kirk. And his first mate Salish, they ferry them there despite knowing the location. They're offered a buck of money. It's gonna leave faster than be inspected, and there's cops coming after them, but they leave anyway. So they get to the island. That's when you get their dumb moment when the characters don't bother trying to leave and getting a little suspicious. They think they have the place themselves. Although Alicia, Carmen, and Simon leave to go find anybody around, Cynthia and Greg stay behind and try to have the fun of their lives. And Greg and Cynthia, hey, let's go get it on tents. Come on. And some stupid techno music is playing like this is supposed to be an awesome moment. When they run into the tent and he's hurrying everything up. But, wait, let's hold up getting it on. I gotta go take a piss. So leaves again, runs out with the techno music playing. And then, of course, Cynthia's all alone. But then their zombies all show up. Hey! And then she's dead. And Greg is nowhere to be found right now. Alicia, Carmen, and Simon find this house. They try to investigate the place. They discover Alicia's ex-boyfriend Rudy, and Hugo, his rave dancer. They tell him, the zombies attacked the rave, that's why nobody's around. No shit! That's what it looked like from the start. How could they be that clueless to see that? Like, it doesn't even look like it's not even happening. Like, the whole rave looks like it's even attacked by a bunch of zombies once they even arrive. The warning signs were in front of your faces. Look with your eyeballs. So the six leave. They go fetch Greg and Cynthia because they're gonna try to leave the island, but they're gonna waste their time doing more stupid shit in the movie. The zombies then kill Salish while he's alone in the forest. And with that, the movie already is hitting rock bottom in its first half. It doesn't even try to start off great. And it goes more and more and more downhill with how boring this is. Some guys are running around in rubber suits. They're screaming and shooting at zombies. The gang goes to a house. There's another gang. They go out of the house. They meet our sailboat Captain Kirk and a policewoman. And then go back to the house. And then they transform into a SWAT team. They act like the Matrix. Because Uwe Boll wanted to reference like the Matrix and stuff. Like trying to copy the Matrix more like. And the more rubber suit people multiplying. And to add more. Another problem is that throughout the damn movie, they constantly take footage from the game and put it in the most random spots possible. Can you imagine if they did that with Sonic the Hedgehog 3, where a scene was happening and then they randomly repeated that same scene again from Sonic Adventure 2, the video game, and put it in there to try to rub it in your face? Imagine if they did that. It'd be like doing that with what they did here. And there's this little game over cutscene for a few characters when they die. Like, this isn't even a so bad it's good category. This is a so bad it's bad. The script is bad. The zombies look horrible. They don't even look like damn zombies. There's no tension. The dialogue is atrocious. The actors are bad. The list goes fucking on. And I like zombie movies, like George A. Romero stuff, the Dawn of the Dead remake, Shaun of the Dead, or the Night of the Living Dead remake, the original Dawn of the Dead. And I hate to say this, but as bad as the Paul W.S. Anderson Resident Evil movies are, if I had to pick, would I rather watch those or would I rather watch this? I would simply have to say those. As bad as those movies are. Those have better effects. Those have better looking zombies. Especially the dogs. Okay, the dogs look cool. At least, at the very least, the first two movies have material from the games. At the very least. And don't constantly take footage from the other games and throw it in the movies. That's what I will say. So I guess to some degree, I would rather watch those bad Resident Evil films over this. Or any other Uwe Boll movie any damn day of my time. And I wouldn't mind a fun zombie shoot 'em up movie if it was a good plot, if the characters were actually good and you actually gave a shit about them. This is just pure crap. No good dialogue, half-assed plot, forcing in a bunch of video game scenes in a film to try to give it a connection, even though it's basically just infuriating. My God. Everybody literally acts as if they're in some masterpiece, despite the fact that this ain't even no masterpiece. And of course, this whole house thing doesn't even look like a house. It looks like a rundown tool shed. And most of the action takes place on some fake-ass sets, and locals divorced from a bunch of haunted residents, and there's this fun video camera that acts as good filler, and shows the island in the middle of the party when it got attacked by the zombies, or this rave thingy was just some kind of party, or more of that, or... So, let's get back to our stupid as fuck main characters. Our stupid main characters, they go back to the rave side. They find Greg stuck in one of the porta potties. I get it. They tipped over the porta potty. And he's covered in crap. Can't get it. Cynthia's now zombified. She comes out from a tree, kills Wade Casper, this officer that was tracking Kirk, arrives and shoots her. And so, hey, let's make a plan. We gotta get back to the boat and leave the island and kill some more of these fuckers. Because we're so cool. No, you're not cool. I've seen better video game movie protagonists than either of you guys. I hope as soon as this film starts, I want all these characters to die. All of them. I want all of them to get killed by the zombies. I want them all to fall into the ocean. Or stuff. I want them all to get trapped in the porta potties. Or I want them all to get trapped in the house and the house blow up. I want that to happen to these main characters as soon as I meet them. I don't like any of them. They all suck. They are all dumb as a brick. They make the dumbest decisions I've ever seen. So they go back to the beach and they find the zombies on the boat. Well, that's a shock. Casper and Greg then leave the group to go get help, but guess what? Greg dies in the forest. So Kirk reveals Jan's history. Isla de Morte was home to a guy named Castillo Hermano. This Catholic priest got banished from Spain for dark experiments that the Catholic Church did not allow. Castillo murdered St. Cristobal's crew when they were taken to the island, got enslaved, murdered anyone that visited. So he created this serum that he injected himself with, and he was able to live forever, return dead souls to life, and support his cause. So Kirk leads the group to a spot in the forest where he's hidden a box full of guns and weaponry, and once everyone is armed, they go back, let's go back to the house. But the courtyard's full of zombies, so, well, we gotta shoot some people, let's go shoot some zombies. Boom, 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 and they cut back to the forth. Like, they even have this little cut away. Like, I almost thought my DVD player was broken for a second. I almost thought that it was skipping a lot or something, until it turns out that's part of the movie, but that's just an annoying cutaway during the shootout. And so Liberty and Casper, they die, and so the only ones left are Alicia, Rudy, Kirk, Karma, and Simon. They go back inside the house yet again. And I don't think the fools that calls those screenwriters would have clearly didn't even know anything about the game. It's like, Uwe Boll clearly doesn't know much about this game either. And they're understanding, like, zombie reimagination. Like, zombies can't die, they're already dead. They don't bleed. They don't have much pain. Like, unless you shoot a zombie in the head, like, maybe you get lucky or shoot it in the heart or something, but their bodies are annihilated, and they will always come back. They can always come back. Anytime. But apparently, like, a shot in the heart doesn't even stop them here, and a shotgun blast to the chest would not stop them that quick. Like, even, like, somehow they can still get up in this film. Like, that's the thing. Like, even the game. When I played the game at the arcades, when I shot a zombie, they didn't just die after one shot. I had to shoot them a bunch of times. I had to shoot off pieces to kill them. Like, that's sometimes why I get stuck on the first level sometimes, because I would kind of die quick, because I sometimes underestimated the game. They can come back anytime. Like, if I shot one, it would come back and it would still try to slash me with its weapon. like this whole obnoxious and upsell film, like, this was definitely a kickstart to what would be a horrible filmmaker's career, who would go on to make many more awful films I've already listed. Yeah, you get lots of blood and gore, and many scenes of vomiting, and some of the great little underwater fan service with some of the female characters, but I don't care. I don't care for that stuff. I don't care if we get blood and gore in this film, because the blood and gore looks terrible. Like, the action scenes also suck. It's like, the thing is, like, if they're going to rave, like, why are most people wearing jackets and long sleeve shirts? And somehow, like, apparently it's supposed to be cold weather, but it looks like it's beautiful weather throughout the whole film. And there's not much of a plot for speaking, with the crap acting, the dreadful excuses of zombies. I've seen better looking zombies than this. Every little thing in the film is just stupid, pointless, crap, or it's just embarrassing. And for anyone that would be like, hey, I want to watch film of Resident Evil, don't! So, when Kirk is alone, so he thinks is that Salish? So he goes outside, but, oh no, Salish is zombified. Well, I'm going to sacrifice myself and kill her so you guys can all escape. And kill a bunch of other zombies as well. But the explosion then blows up the entrance to the house, and so the four are still stuck in the house because they were too stupid to think about that. They lock themselves in a lab. The zombies break in, like, they see this container. Hey, what's this zombie head doing there? Shoot it and break it out. You just do stupid shit after another. If there's a zombie head in a container that looks still alive, don't shoot it. Don't. But then another zombie breaks into the room. But then Karma finds a hatch on the floor that she, Alicia, and Rudy used to escape. And then Simon sacrifices himself to kill a zombie and shoots the gunpowder that blows up the house and the zombies. And so our three last stupid people left find themselves in the tunnels. And they go for the tunnels. But one other stupid person named Karma? Yeah, one person named Karma of all people. Ironic. She gets killed by the zombies when she tries to hold them off. So 2 stupid people down, 2 stupid people to go. Rudy and Alicia flee. So yeah, there's often good qualities in some campy, in quite a few campy movies I like. Especially with the believable fantasy that makes the films fun to watch. Like, one would need to believe what's happening in the film and see the humor of the situation go wrong. With no boundaries, like, then a movie would become absurd. House of the Dead, there is no believability, and whatever absurd thing happens, it just pisses you off. Like it pisses me off. And House of the Dead brings nothing new to the zombie genre. Same plot twist, same character reactions, many other horror films like start to exhibit, except it does it worse than a lot of bad horror films that do this stuff do. And often, like, horror movies do fall in a trap where the main characters find love amongst gore and destruction. Especially, like, when they're being chased by zombies. Hey, let's stop and make out. No. How about run for your life? Like, I don't care for any of these characters. Like, especially when they sacrifice themselves, I don't care. I hate all of them as soon as they start. I, like, want the zombies to win in this film. I want all these characters to die because they are annoying. They are idiots. They make stupid decisions after another. Nobody's at the rave? Yeah, of course it's perfectly safe to stay. Hey, there's a zombie head in the container. Shoot the container open and make more zombies show up here. Or, hey, the zombies keep coming back to the house. Want to go back to the house? Maybe we should leave? No, let's go back to the house. This has happened. This happens throughout the film. They go back to the house and more shit happens to them. Like, why didn't they get a director that actually knew the games to do a House of the Dead movie? Not a guy that clearly barely plays video games. That somehow kept getting funding for this. Oh, right, the tax loopholes that Uwe Boll always was known for finding. That's why he kept getting funding for all of his movies. Like, no matter how bad the movie does, somehow he found a way to get more money from the films and keep making more bad films after another. That's why. Right. And the cinematography, it's even laughable. Like, the cinematography looks like a made-for-TV movie. Huge chunks of plot and scenes get left on the cutting floor. Action sequences are edited horribly wrong. You don't know what the hell is going on, whether a sword fight happens, whether a shootout happens, whether a chase happens. And because you keep getting cut scenes of the games randomly thrown into the film to try to force a connection to tell you, this is a House of the Dead movie. No, it ain't. This does not look like House of the Dead. This looks nothing like House of the Dead. You calling this a prequel is not an excuse to not make this like House of the Dead and try to force in a bunch of game scenes to let people know it's House of the Dead movie, because it doesn't feel like one. Apparently he thought this would look cool and maybe people would give us a pass for that reason, but nobody did, because when it came out it got horrible reviews and people barely saw the film. It made a minor amount of money, but it wasn't that big of a hit. And And every time they shoot a zombie, the camera does a 360-degree swoop around this like, certain character. And even that doesn't look cool at all. It looks cheap and ridiculous, and it was very aggravating. Whenever the characters go in bullet time mode, there's this weapon different weapon they had than they were in the previous shot. So now we get on with the damn finale of the movie. So our two stupid leads left. They ate out of the tunnel, and there's this man wearing Greg's face as a mask. And it turns out it's Castillo's hermano, who was alive the whole time. And he orders this zombies, restrain these two and kill them. I'm going to use their bodies for my work. But the two stupid leads escape Castillo. They blow up the tunnels in the process. And then Castillo, though, he's still alive. And one stupid lead gets in a sword fight with him. Castillo impales the stupid lady's heart. The other stupid guy left. The cat manages to decapitate him soon after. But then still alive, headless body of Castillo strangles Rudy, the stupid guy that I was talking about. Alicia, barely alive though, gets up, crushes the head under the foot like... And that kills him. And then, although Alicia seemingly dies, this team of agents, hi, we're here to rescue you. And they say it like they don't give a shit. They look bored. They're just like, we're here to save you guys. Is she okay? Who are your name? They ask Rudy to identify himself, and apparently his last name is Kurian. And then we get one more narration. Oh yeah. Rudy narrates the beginning. They shouldn't have went to the rave, and they all died. Yeah, no shit, shouldn't have went to the rave, or maybe they should have left when they had the damn chance. He gave Alicia the Morley serum, and then they all go back to Seattle. That literally looks like Vancouver. The end. That's the end of this pathetic attempt at House of the Dead. That's how House of the Dead 2003 ends. Apparently they thought this would be so successful that they would make a franchise of this, but it wasn't. Yeah, I did get a direct-to-DVD sequel, but I haven't seen it. Okay? So I can't really talk about it. Like, seriously, imagine being back before this movie came out. Imagine being a fan of the games. And you hear movies getting made. And you're excited. But then you hear some production troubles. Like, it goes from one studio to another. And then it goes from a guy that you've never heard of. And then the movie comes out and this is what you get. Yeah. Just imagine just imagine how infuriating that would be. For anybody back to 2003 that was a fan of the games and heard there was going to be a movie. And when it came out and rushed to see it in theaters or rent it on DVD and this was what you got. Imagine that. If I was this age, around the time this movie came out, I would probably be pissed off. Like, I haven't played the whole entire game, but I did play a bit of the game at arcades. When it was in arcades, like, I remember House of the Dead at arcades. Lots of times. Because I didn't get through the whole thing, obviously, because of how really hard it was. I would get through the first level sometimes, but I would never make it past the second level. But, screw this movie, screw Uwe Boll, and just screw this whole movie in general. I know I said that twice, but I don't care. Okay? I'm done talking about the movie. I'm done. There we go. Do I have any good qualities with the film? Oh, wait. No. I don't. I don't have any good qualities. There is nothing good about this movie. Never have, never will. But I guess if there's one good thing to talk about in this video, I'll show what I got. At Willow Video, I got me some stuff. These two for Halloween Horror Movie Review 6. That's one of my cat's toys, guys. Don't worry about that. And it got me this Blu-ray for only $19.99 at that place. Like, it's the Scream Factory of the movie, and it comes with theatrical and unrated Blu-ray and unrated version. That will go with the other Christmas movies, obviously, because that's obviously a Christmas movie. In case you guys didn't see it, yeah. In case you guys didn't see it, I'll just show it again. Just in case. But yeah, House of the Dead 2003, you know what this should be called? House of Horseshit. Because it is horseshit. And it kickstarted a bunch of horseshit movies we would get from this director. So in the end, this is horseshit. Never watch it if you're a diehard House of the Dead fan. And only do if you want to see what started the trend of Uwe Boll for years. Anyways, that's it for my epic rant on House of the Dead 2003. You want to know how I'm going to rank House of the Dead 2003? Here's how I'm going to rank this movie. So overall, if you love the game, no. Don't watch this at all, please. Because this is what started the career of Uwe Boll for all of you. And if we're going to rank House of the Dead, I'm going to give House of the Dead a rare -0 out of 10. Alright, there we go, guys. That wraps up House of the Dead. Finally talked about the one that started it all. Finally did it. A day is finally over. Oh, man, that was a nightmare. I'm glad it's over. Until then, that'll be it for this epic rant. Thank you all for watching. And if you like this, want to see more, don't forget to like, subscribe to Don G. Corleone.